What did you see, old man?
Godzilla. Godzilla.
Welcome to Toku for 2 plus you. This is Kensukete. On my side, whichever side, I've got... Say your name.
I don't know which side you're looking at. Is it
I'm
me?
looking at you!
Who's on your side?
Me?
So,
The co-host?
yeah, you go with the original host first.
Okay.
Yes, you.
So yeah, we're back. Kadabrakris and Sean. Kadabra Sean back.
This is what I have. This is why we haven't recorded in such a long time, because of this bull. Anyways, hello everyone.
Hello.
We're finally doing a video podcast, and we're doing it live on Twitch, as you can see. But what we have today is a very special guest, our resident animator and family member, David, also known as VideoNoiseTV.
My cousin.
Hey, yeah, VideoNoiseTV to VideoNoiseTV. VideoNoiseTV is a collective of people, so I'm just one of the people.
A collective,
And
huh?
that includes the two above me.
I'm worth two more collections. What do you say?
Yeah. He's the one that credit for all our beat animation he's done for the channel. It's really good.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll take credit for that. Yeah.
Please do.
But we wouldn't even have those characters.
David, we invited you along here today because we really wanted to have you on the podcast because we've been having you watch all the stuff that we've been watching. What do you think of it so far?
Oh, I listen to podcasts every week. I love it. That's why I even wanted to like animate it in the first place, cuz like I could visualize like little segments while you guys were talking and stuff. And I've like learned a lot. It's actually made me watch more of those kind of movies. Like at least kaiju movies. I've watched like at work I've watched that a lot more cuz you guys will be talking about that stuff, or even like Ultra Q, and I don't think I would have watched those movies, at least not at this point in my life, without listening.
That makes sense. Believe me, I wouldn't have watched Ultra Q without it here. I know Christian wouldn't have.
I don't think I would have ever discovered like Ultra Q organically.
It's such a tough show still. No, I don't think I'm ever going to rewatch that show.
Yeah, but we gotta watch the movie, then we gotta watch the new version of it, and then the new version with that movie.
No, that's all you, Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't for this one. I think it was like one that came out like 10 years later.
Dark fantasy.
Special episode.
Yeah. And then they made like an actual reboot of the show, and it's supposedly, even though it's a reboot, it still continues some of the storylines. So, like, you remember the little girl who was like able to disappear and like have her own double of herself? Like, yes. She's showing up as a teenager in another one. It's weird.
I didn't like that one.
Does the turtle show back up?
I wish. Gameron? Oh, man. Give me that Fast and Furious speed boost.
Sean, you seen Gamera?
Are you asking me or Sean?
Oh, you mean the actual, like, Gamera?
Yeah, I thought you've seen one. No, it was Ryan that was watching.
No, Ryan's seen them all.
That's right.
Yeah.
You need to get on Gamera. Gamera's really good, especially the last 4 that came out.
I need to watch them. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
They're good.
But, David, what have you been watching, since Ultra Q? Like, what have you been up to? What have you been watching?
I've been watching a lot of, like, non-Toku wise, I've been watching a lot of, like, animated shorts, like, more just random things from the past.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I'll, like, go on YouTube and type in, like, weird stop motion. Or, like,
weird stop motion?
Yeah. I saw you would watch, like, the TV commercials.
Yeah. And a lot of, that's, so like, every day I go on YouTube and I type in the day and then the word commercials, and I'll watch something from, like, when I was alive, because I don't go before.
Hey, David, so somebody says they can't hear the bottom one, so I'm assuming you on the stream. See if your mic's muted.
Yes. Let me check.
Technical difficulties. Please wait a moment.
It's our first time. Give us a break.
There we go. Thank you. Sorry about that.
We have such sights to show you. I like that.
Yeah.
That's Hellraiser.
Good news is the Audacity is still recording.
Okay,
yes.
Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
I was just muted on Twitch. So sorry about that. Thank you very much. We have such sights to show you.
Now,
Appreciate it.
Along with your shorts that you've been watching on YouTube, what Toku stuff have you been watching?
Oh, so like I started with oh my god, it took place in the sea. It was a Godzilla movie, and it was a sea monster. something Terror of the Sea.
Ebra, Terror of the Deep.
Yes.
Yeah, he would know more.
Terror of the Deep. Yes. So I started with that, and then I watched Destroy All Monsters, and then Godzilla versus Mothra, and started the 98 one again because I just randomly wanted to watch it, and then we just stopped at some point. We'll probably finish it, and then most recently Godzilla 2000. You guys.
So that is actually why we're doing this special that he just put up. Godzilla 2000. We went and watched that in theaters yesterday.
Yes.
It was kind of boring.
All right, well, I guess we're not bearing the lead there.
No, we're starting off this fast.
Yeah, this was... I don't want to say it's a bad movie, but it's boring enough to put me to sleep at least 3 times in the theater. It's not fun. The first 15 minutes are good, where it actually like sets the stage. You can actually see Godzilla coming in. He's legit terrifying. But when you get to the point where it's like human plot, and I know what Christian says all the time, when you go to a Godzilla movie, are you really there for the human plot? At this point, no, because I really didn't care. It was boring. Anyways.
Yeah. No, I totally... It was different.
Yeah, the plot wasn't that good compared to like Tokyo SOS.
Oh my god, Tokyo SOS was amazing.
But this had, I think, one of the best like action shots and cinematography of a Godzilla movie. Like, every shot was so well done. Even like weird superimposed shots of like Godzilla getting smaller as the camera's going away. Like, it still looks really cool.
Hell, even when he's like walking along with the car and the car's like trying to speed up ahead of it, you can see him off in the distance. It was like what you said last night, David, that it was like almost like an Evangelion type shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's towards the beginning of the movie, and it's crazy because like the background, they got it to look so red, and the silhouette of him. I think we were talking about it last night, that the way that he moved in the suit was like so slow with the silhouette. There were parts in the shot where it kind of looked like a lady in a dress walking, but then the next second it would, again, just look like Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
It was really cool.
I will say, with the way Godzilla moved, I did not swoon, even though there was like a lady in there or whatever. What I really liked was the fact that you can actually feel the weight of Godzilla moving every time that he took a step, and especially when his tail ended up hitting the ground. It was just awesome hearing that reverberation a little bit.
Yeah, they did a lot of good perspective shots of like you up close with Godzilla, like seeing his like foot go through that tunnel. Like, that was such a good looking shot. And then just the up close face shot with him at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think at one point, I think it was, I turned to you, Christian. I said like, wow, that was more like a Jurassic Park.
I remember.
Scene. Like, there was a lot of scenes that it felt more like a Jurassic Park movie. And I think that's kind of because, so something I read about today was that they wanted to make him in this I guess it's called the Millennium, right? Reiteration, yep. or so how many times had they rebooted at that point? Like,
or at that point, or just in general?
Quite a bit. I'm looking at my
at that point.
So you had like Showa, which was like 4 or 5 movies.
Meanwhile, what he's not showing you is that he actually categorized by each era, and he actually can see it labeled.
Yeah, it's release date.
His VHS shelf is on.
And then it was Godzilla versus the Smog Monster. I think that was the end of Heisei. Then Gigan onto Bylante.
More like Gigan off, am I right?
I hate you, Sean. Yeah, and then there's like 4 more in the movies prior to the ones that we watched, Tokyo SOS, that is like a different continuity.
Where does Destroy All Monsters show? Is that the end of the Millennium Era?
Destroy All Monsters, the one with Mothra.
Isn't that the one?
Well, Destroy All Monsters is that's an old one.
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking Final Wars.
No, yeah, Destroy All Monsters is like Showa.
My bad, I was thinking Final Wars.
Yeah, Final Wars is later on.
Okay. Is that like is that when the Thanos kaiju?
So when Mini is involved and just strangling Ghidorah.
It's actually got the 98 Godzilla in it. That's all I know.
Oh, that's, yeah. Someone with Jesse Ventura.
Look at his face. He's like, what?
That's interesting. I wouldn't think that. So like God, I totally forgot what I was saying. Oh, in that reboot, they said that they wanted to make Godzilla smaller again.
Yeah.
So that he felt more like the classic, because I guess he had gotten like too big like right before that, where there was the human aspect was really no. So that was cool that they had multiple like looking at him head on, because that
all the
that
different
suit
perspectives.
is awesome.
Yeah.
The face and everything. Yeah.
He was legit terrifying.
Yeah, the spines, like how big they are, and like that purple tint on the tips.
Yeah.
God, I love it.
And when they heat up, I love the like, because it's usually sounds, or what I'm used to is it sounding like space laser beam.
It's like a whirling.
Yeah, this was like a crackling, like
that.
oil in a pan. Like
Just
it felt hot
yeah.
when.
Oh yeah,
I did
it
wish they
legit
kept
looked
it
like he was
blue,
actually
though.
shooting fire.
The blue does look cool though. Blue or purplish, like cool tone.
But all in all, this movie kind of a stinker, don't you think?
I know you found it funny because you laughed.
All right, that was still the beginning, though. That was still the beginning.
At several points, so
I will point this one out. And there's this part where after all the stuff that happens right at the beginning, they go to this submarine shot. And the way that the submarine looks, it looks like a legitimate fish, like a really large mechanical fish.
Yeah.
And then it decides that it wants to position itself in, like, I guess next to a base. And as it does it, it drops a pod. But the way that it drops it, it makes it look like it's taking a giant dump.
Oh, yeah.
I just couldn't help myself from laughing at that.
Yeah, it fell so quick, and there was just like a thud.
Yeah.
And Sean lost it.
I did. That was right before my first time of going to sleep, though.
You're the only one that talks through movies.
Sean does
Bullshit.
lose it in movies.
Somebody's typing, what will you say, dump? What does you say, dump? I don't know.
Oh. Think of it this way.
Robot fecal.
Pooping.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it was pooping.
Think of it like a giant K-cup, but filled with fertilizer.
Yeah, it looked almost like the atom bomb, but tiny. And it was just like, poop.
Gross.
There was that, and the another funny part was the guy with the bamboo. I think it was bamboo. Was he shoe shining? They were working on something.
I'm trying to remember that one.
So they went to ask. It was outside of the Godzilla Detection Agency.
Oh, yeah! I remember.
And she went to ask about if they're inside, and he kept hitting his worker in the head and kept telling him to go, and then the worker apologized.
Oh, it was a very Three Stooges moment.
With the broom, yeah. Oh, God, that was so funny.
It really was
funny. Yeah, that was funny. Because it was, I don't know, it felt very, like, natural.
It did.
Like, it's just kind of quick, and it happens.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a big, like, oh.
There's not, like, a score.
Whoa. Go back. What was that?
What do you mean? Oh, there's not, like, a big moment, like, whoa.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I just wanted to hear that noise again.
Like a Josh Whedon kind of thing.
God. Yeah, there wasn't, like, a score around that moment. Like, it was, like, for the whole scene, not just for him getting hit. So it sounded cooler. Like, it sounded natural.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that whole hit part. It was really cool. I thought it was funny. We laughed normally, and Sean cackled.
Hey, that's my normal laugh, though, all right? Y'all have heard all the iterations of it. So, whatever. And then the other thing that I laughed at, I believe, was... It wasn't really a laugh. It was more like, what? It was during the final fight where he was fighting Orga. And I don't exactly remember what happened, but the way Godzilla looked at him and just, like, opened his mouth, like, it's like, is he laughing at him?
Oh, like, open his... Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just kind of stared at him. You did say that audibly, too.
I did. To be fair, it's when I'm near you guys that I talk. If I'm near anybody else, I won't say anything.
Yeah, I mean, it is... I feel like movies like that, though, they like, invite discussion. It's not really... You know what I mean? It's not like a spoiler-filled event and, like, don't talk... You know,
yeah.
It's... Yeah. Like, how many people were in there? It was probably us and...
It wasn't that full.
Yeah.
Like 6, 7 other people.
There was... I think there were at least 15 people in it. It wasn't filled, but it wasn't empty, so...
But the last two times Sean and I went, I mean, the theaters were pretty packed.
Those were packed, yeah. Even Kamen Rider was packed.
Yeah, and I don't want to talk about it.
Why not, Christian? Why not?
Was this better than Kamen Rider?
No, it's not. But
no, as much as I did not like Kamen Rider was a better movie than this.
Which person did the soundtrack for Godzilla 2000? I don't know who did that. Sean, look it up.
That's a little bit too inside baseball for me. I guess they're looking it up.
Yeah, I will look it up.
Hold, please.
Question. It was Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Oh, that explains all the shaking. Got it. Shake it off. But
I don't know. Multiple people that did that album.
Takayuki Hattori.
Yeah.
What he said. I will say though, the one thing that I was pretty disappointed by was the fact that we didn't get a short beforehand.
I mean, we got the behind the scenes of the movie, but
which was cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. I couldn't help laughing during that though, because it's just how still the guy is, like in the suit, and the eyes are just like dead. And they're just like action
with those fish eyes,
and the things just blow up around him,
and he's just going wild when he does it. But then you don't hear any actual sounds other than like what's going on. Like they aren't playing any music behind or anything. It's literally just production, and that's it.
Yeah, just scuffling. They even showed, I think one of the clips, the director was having him, and I think it was the shot you were laughing at, where he was kind of trying to get him to emotionally look like Godzilla looking back. Yeah, and he was like leaning back, trying to show him how to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome. Like, the best part of that movie is honestly like the miniatures.
Yeah. Oh man,
so cool. Like knowing the whole thing's a diorama, and I think Christian, you were talking about it. The shot at the beginning, the first people you see. That you see get attacked.
Yeah.
I think it's in a restaurant.
Reminded me of King Kong. Earthquake. But yeah, when they're all in the restaurant and then the earthquake happens from him
that's right.
Stomping. And like the whole restaurant just like breaks. Things are just falling off the walls. It's such a good scene.
You did say that it was kind of like the ride earthquake. Yeah. Like the way it looked.
It definitely gave that feel.
Yeah, and I don't know, it was cool looking. Like, obviously you could tell it was fake, but I don't know off the top of my head how to do that. How to do that shot. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
That's like a huge thing and how many times did it take to do that?
Oh man, yeah. I bet you it definitely took a while, because that's not something that you can easily get done. I mean, even with all the pyrotechnics that were going on, you would want them to try to get it done quickly, but there's no way.
Yeah.
Can't be one and done with that.
They asked us why we talk in the movie. Why do you talk in movie, guy? Do you not enjoy? I don't talk in movies.
I mean, to be fair, we really shouldn't be talking in theaters, because that's not a good thing to do. But when it comes to just hanging out with people and then you're not really near anybody else, I don't think it's really that much of an issue.
It wasn't that busy of a theater.
I feel like there were people talking in that one too.
Yeah. Like if we were still in a movie theater where it was like jam-packed, full house, I would be a little reticent about doing that, but I would still cackle when I need to and snore if I need to.
Snore.
So at what point did they lose you?
It was probably after the first attack with the alien. Right after it landed on the building.
Yeah.
Because then at that point it just slows down completely, almost like molasses.
Yeah, So, I mean, obviously, spoiler alert, by the end it's like a kaiju, like a monster that he's fighting.
Mm-hmm.
But it took so long to get to that point, and I don't know, I kind of expected more out of what... I thought that thing at the bottom of the ocean was an egg. And, like, you said I thought it was like a bird or something.
Oh, yeah. I kept saying it was a chancla.
Yeah, and when it became the ship, like, again, I thought it was going to be something like an angel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just kind of, or something weird, like an eye, but...
I think my disappointment with Orga was more along that you could see him trying to power up through the evolution by literally enveloping Godzilla.
He was
But
trying to eat him.
then, I mean, Godzilla, he ended up blowing him from the inside out. But still, I wanted to see more of that. I wanted to see more of an evolution.
Yeah, it wasn't that long of a fight. It was relatively
Mm.
quick.
Which is typical of most Godzilla movies, right?
I mean, not all of them. Like, some of them have longer fight scenes. This one was just, Orgo was in there maybe like 3-4 minutes total runtime. Or like the true form.
It was like a long span of time that... So when the thing landed, like you said, there was a long span of time where nothing happened. Because, like, Godzilla was still presumed...
Like dead.
Got his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the UFO. And then it was just kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
And that was like a huge chunk of the movie was...
So me zoning out was perfectly fine.
Where they were going with it, you know?
Yeah.
The whole hacking thing and kind of New Millennium and all that, but...
I will say, I like seeing a vengeful Godzilla, though, where he walked up to that, God, what was he? He was the JSDF commander.
Yeah.
So he walked right up to him at the edge of the building, swung his paw down, and was like, I'm done with you.
Yeah, that was cool. And, yeah, that's they had a couple of, like, shots where people would be close like that with him, and I don't think he ever took a swing at anyone except...
Yeah.
That guy.
No, he did it at the beginning too, but I think it was mainly because she flashed in his face with the camera.
Oh yeah, he freaked out then. Yeah.
Yeah.
And his eyes went.
No flash photography. Yeah.
I thought he was gonna blow him up with his atomic breath. I was like, this is gonna be a cool scene.
That'd be horrifying. Oh man.
Yeah, the breath came kind of late, but I guess that was good because then they ended up using it a couple times.
They used it a lot. It was way more than I expected because generally you just see that at the end and that's it. Nah, they were just like, here's this. Here's it again. Here's a meat sandwich. So
I was going to say, you know what else came late? The actual score. Like the actual Godzilla score. Because David and I were talking about this, how it only needed to pop up once to be effective. Like it didn't need to be there at the beginning and then at the end.
I wanted that, but you know, I get it.
Well, it's because you see Godzilla so early in the movie to like right away do the score kills it, like because it's so Godzilla heavy at the beginning, and then he's gone, so it's like perfect.
He comes back, and it's like triumphant
when he comes back.
Yeah. Oh, that just reminded me. You were talking about that, and the best shot that I had for that movie was when he's actually rising up from the water, where you can first see the spikes coming out, and he's slowly coming out into the field. That was the best shot for me.
Yeah.
It's the front view of the wave, and the wave just kind of gets bigger. Yeah, that was cool. That looked a lot more high def than I thought it would for that time period.
Yeah.
You mean compared to the T-1000 Alien? You mean compared to the T-1000 Alien that we got?
Oh yeah, the Orga when it was in the ship, it was CGI'd like the whole time.
Yeah.
And then the random, it's just kind of like the placement of the beam was just kind of like a side hole.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be an ocarina.
Big on symmetry, and it just kind of, it was so weird.
Yeah, it doesn't look all that good.
No. It was...
It looked like a bike seat when it was in the air, like a bicycle seat. And it was like fully CGI. It'd go like right over the people and stuff. I don't
know. It didn't look good.
Yeah, I mean, but that's a lot of movies at the time because they were just going crazy with CGI. Like,
oh yeah.
The earliest one that I can remember that was full of CGI, not the Star Wars movie, was actually Lawnmower Man.
It's been a long time since I've seen that.
It just looks ugly. That's all you need to remember.
Yeah. Maybe Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, I think is like the first one I've seen with CGI or remember seeing with CGI.
I think mine was like Small Soldiers.
You know what? I didn't realize that was all CGI. Oh, no, halfway CGI until when I watched it a couple months ago.
Yeah, some of the scenes of them like jumping and the whole battle at the end.
I thought they were real toys.
Yeah, there's those are good puppets and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
Stan Winston's,
that's like special effects. But that's like I said, the best part of that Godzilla movie was the things like that, the little trains, and I'm not sure. Have they said in this newest one if it's going to be miniatures or it's just?
It'll be CGI. It'll be like how
You mean for
Shin
-1?
Godzilla was.
You mean for Godzilla -1?
So I haven't seen that yet.
Man, you gotta watch that.
Wait, you still haven't watched Shin Godzilla? Dude! Alright, so we're not putting this on hold. We're actually going to put up a 4th screen of Shin Godzilla now. And we're going to put that to where we're going to watch it.
God, Shin Godzilla is so good.
It is really good.
To. Just the thumbnail looks cool.
Absolutely.
It's not on anything that I have streaming. I need to just get it on DVD, like on eBay. If I trust you guys that it's that good, that I should have it on DVD.
Oh, absolutely.
It's very good.
I mean, if you like all the different, talking pieces in Evangelion, you're gonna love this.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's Hideaki Anno,
it's the Evangelion guy, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
But
Asuka just shoots out of her eye.
No. That's what Orga. That's what Orga did, because he had part Asuka right there.
Did. Yeah, also, that design was boring for Orga. I didn't like that design too much.
It was... Yeah, he looked very slow.
Yeah, very hunched over.
He looked like an Independence Day alien.
Yeah.
When Godzilla fell, it felt like it took so long and it was so slow. Like some of the... Yeah. And I don't know if that's the problem with like trying to mix CGI, and they're still figuring that out, Because like the ship would be like,
Mm-hmm.
bicycle seating everywhere.
Yeah.
And then when Godzilla would fall, it was like so long.
There's one cool shot where he got in, hit a building, and like half of the building on the top fell like on him. Because it's like something you don't see a whole lot. Something falling like on a big kaiju like that. It's so cool.
I didn't notice that. I know there was one shot where he got pushed, and maybe it's the same shot, where he got like pushed backwards and his spikes or whatever sliced the building in half, and then just like
it's very creative.
Definitely like started off stronger, because that first attack is like perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you really need to watch Godzilla against Mechagodzilla.
Which one?
The one that starts off, is that one still Millennium? Christian?
It's prior, but it's Godzilla against Mechagodzilla.
Yeah. So this is the one that we saw in theaters 2 years ago now?
Yeah, it's been like 2 years.
Wow. So we saw it in theaters 2 years ago, and this is the one where you actually have like a full-on thing where it's like Godzilla came back, but it's a brand new one. Meanwhile, we're gonna make a Mechagodzilla out of the old one's bones, and it's just really good. It's like watching like a live-action anime at one point. It's really cool.
That is cool. Yeah, I mean that's kind of like isn't that kind of like Godzilla vs Kong?
A little bit, because that one they used spoilers, King Ghidorah.
But
they have like sumo wrestler moves and everything in that one.
Yeah, even down to to the special effects. That movie was well done.
Mm-hmm.
Like all like the CGI bits and like Kiryu flying. Like David, you should just come over one day and we should watch a few, because like they're really good.
Of Godzilla against Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, and you should also come over here for Shin Godzilla. Just make it like a round trip. We're just passing you around.
Yeah, separate nights for separate movies, and then you guys can watch. Oh, I don't know what kaiju movie.
So that's actually what I wanted to bring up next, because David, I want you on again, and I think I know exactly what we can watch in order to do that.
Please, nothing from the Saw franchise.
No, it won't be anything Saw.
I second that.
I was gonna say, since you've already started it, how about Mothra?
I would watch Mothra. Yeah. I would do an extensive discussion of Mothra and anatomy of moths.
Then there we go. We know what we're going to watch then.
And do the theme. Like, Mothra, we love you, Mothra. That was before TikTok.
It was.
That went viral. The Mothra birth dance. I don't love larva Mothra though.
I thought if you just cut it off at that, I don't love larva.
Yeah, like that one's kind of boring, except when it's like on train tracks, like going towards a train, and it's just like
I feel like it gets thrown around quite a bit.
Yeah,
like every time I look up and like Godzilla's playing, he's always just tossing Mothra. It's so weird.
But the thing that's like, so, and And it's so random. I saw an animation where a guy made, I'm sure you've seen this, like the baby Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
But he made like a baby Mothra too, and they like mess around with each other, and the Mothra picks the Godzilla up, and it really made me start to think like about her weight to like strength ratio is insane. Like in Destroy All Monsters and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the way, she knocks down a couple of those. What's the monster that shows up? It is Ghidorah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's Space Ghidorah or something.
Ghidorah from space,
like Mecha King Ghidorah.
Yeah, I think it's just.
Yeah, I think it's whatever those alien people summoned.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When they released all the monsters. But yeah, she just like knocks him down, and with the wings, like with the air, can knock all of them down, and the way she could fight Godzilla with just wind, like that's...
I mean, that's just like, this is not, at least from what I can tell, it's not apples to oranges, but just like the Flash, where all he can do is run. So...
Yeah.
And he still has a rogues gallery, so...
Yeah. Mothra's awesome.
She's caring.
So we have such sights to show you. Says, do you think Mothra can live in the world today with us, with all vape cloud?
No.
Ooh.
So
Mothra will be the giant... Instead of Toku, Mothra will be the giantest Toku character ever.
I'm not sure the question.
There's no way to tax that, so we can't.
I mean,
I don't know
could.
if Mothra would be a patient. If that's what the question.
So what? The way
it was about Mothra.
Yeah, the way that I can see it happening is basically Mothra will end up using all the vape clouds that they have and use it as some sort of poisonous mist to spread across America.
That's true. And Mothra would do that for the Earth.
Exactly.
It wouldn't destroy the Earth. It would just destroy us.
Yeah.
And that's all I'll say about that. But yeah, I definitely think we should watch Mothra next. I know that we have one other special that I plan on doing with one of our other Toku guests that we've had by the name of Sure Master Ryan. But anyways, and then we'll be on to season 2. So that's really all I've got tonight, guys. What about you?
Sean,
what?
When are you going to watch King Oger?
I'm shutting off my camera now.
We're carrying this on from season 1.
When are you going to watch Train Kusatsu?
Train Kusatsu? I'll train your Satsu. How about that?
No, we haven't told them what we're watching for next season, so don't say anything.
We haven't yet.
Oh, yeah, no, everybody shut up. Yeah, I won't talk anymore about it then. But, no, I was going to add, and if you guys... you're welcome for show.
Oh, yes, you are.
Yeah, you're very welcome. If you guys did enjoy this, I mean, even if you didn't, because I kind of had fun, but if you did enjoy this, we'll try to do more live stuff on VideoNoiseTV with Toku for 2, or at least more stuff with Toku for 2.
Yeah.
Whether that be more animated shorts or live discussions.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyways.
Yeah, and I'll have to join you guys for the next Godzilla movie, which is
No, are we gonna watch like the first Godzilla versus Mothra, or like just the original Mothra movie?
Just the original Mothra, because that's all I have.
Okay.
Oh, I was talking about in theaters.
Oh no! I actually own it.
No, I'm talking about the next. I'm gonna have to join you guys for the next Godzilla that.
Oh yeah,
out.
Godzilla -1.
Oh yeah,
it just came out today.
That's December 1st
in Japan. Or
it's already out.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow in Japan.
Oh, in Japan.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got it December 1st here.
Yeah, so we got to wait a whole month. So we got to avoid spoilers.
We'll see if I still have a job and I can do it then. We'll see.
God damn it!
I won't be getting a pretzel this time. I'm gonna get some.
We'll get you Moe's.
I'm gonna get Moe's for real this time.
Moe's.
No, thank you.
All right. Well, guys, this is
Kensukete
signing off.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, thank you, Twitch. We love and respect you. Please don't demonetize us, even though we're not getting any money.
Yes, we're not. But you can follow Toku for Two on all major podcast platforms, and you can follow their social medias, Toku for Two.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're on Twitter, because I refuse to say the other one. We're on Facebook, Instagram. I don't think he made a Threads, but we don't use Threads anymore. Screw Threads.
Sean, did you ever make our Blue Sky account?
I made my Blue Sky account. I gave you the option to use your Blue Sky account, and you never did.
I didn't know it.
Jonathan did, of all people.
I didn't want to use Blue Sky, I'm not going to lie. When you sent me that link, I was like, nah. I'm fine.
Jerk.
I appreciate it.
Sean is a connoisseur of social media.
And then just dropping out of it.
Platforms. Yeah. And then going ghost.
But that's what we've got going on right now, and hopefully you should see us soon.
Yes.
Yeah. So this has been Toku for Two
plus you
live.
Oh, the outro works for this. Rewind the video for the next viewer.